All right, kiddos, this is construction 7. Construction 7 says, given a point outside a line, see there's our point outside the line, construct the parallel to the line through the given point. So here we have our line, and we have a point, and now we're going to construct a line that is parallel to this line that goes through that point. This is a slightly more complicated construction, but it's not so bad, because here's what we know. We have this line, and we know that if these lines are going to be parallel, then these two corresponding angles have to be congruent. So the way we do this is we create congruent angles. We take this angle and we copy it up here on point P, and by creating congruent angles here, we're then able to draw a line through that point and this point, and that gives us parallel lines. Now, let me scoot the paper up and we'll look at the actual assignment. I'm going to tape it. Now the first construction says I got to reach over here, sorry. The first construction says draw a horizontal line, a ray AB. Draw ray AC so that CAB is acute, and then construct the perpendicular to ray AB through point C. So this is not going to look exactly like this. This is just another little construction that's not just like this, but then this one is going to be more like that. So let's go ahead and do this one together. Let me go ahead and I'm going to draw a horizontal line, and I'm going to put A and B on it. This is A, and I'm going to put B on it, and then it wants me to draw a ray AC. So I've got A already, so I've got to put C out here somewhere, and they want angle CAB to be acute. So obviously I've got to place C somewhere so that it's less than 90 degrees. So I think I'll put C right there. How about that? We'll let that be C, and then when I draw that, you will see that angle CAB is acute. Now then, the next step it's asking me to do is to construct the perpendicular to ray AB going through C. So it wants me to make a perpendicular line coming from C down to AB. Well, this isn't hard. This is kind of what we just got through doing. The first thing we need to do is establish an arc or a radius from point C that intersects ray AB. So it doesn't matter what the measurement is, but I come there and I make an arc, and I come here and I make an arc. And I just chose that measurement at random. Now then, I have to set my compass so that it's more than halfway the distance between, it's further than halfway than the distance between those two. Well, I'm just going to go with the setting I already have, because that was already more than halfway. That'll work just fine. So I come down here and I make an arc there. Now then, I'm going to take my compass and just flip it over. Kaboom. And I'm going to make an arc at that same distance. And you see what I've got now? I came here and I made that arc, and then I flipped it over and came here and I made that arc. Now I have the intersection of those two arcs, and this point will establish a perpendicular. There we go. Ta-da! That is what they wanted you to do for number 9. Now, let's look at number 10. Number 10 says draw a horizontal line, XY. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. Wait, where is it? Oh, there I am on the paper. I better do it about right there. I'm going to draw a horizontal line, XY. And let that be X, and this be Y. And it says draw ray XZ, so I already have X, so they're asking me to put point Z somewhere. And they want me to put Z somewhere so that angle ZXY is obtuse. Well, if I put Z over here, ZXY would be acute, wouldn't it? So Z has got to be someplace beyond what appears to be a 90. So I think I'm going to put Z right there. That'll work. And then I'm going to make that angle, and there is ZXY, which is obtuse. Now, they're asking us to construct the parallel to XY through point Z. So what they want is a line that is parallel to XY but is going through Z. Well, let's look at that just a minute. If we have a line, these two lines are parallel, we know that this angle will be congruent to that angle because they're corresponding angles. So that's the key here. What we need to do is measure this angle and then reconstruct this angle or copy this angle to point Z. So we know how to do that. It's just copying an angle. So we're going to come up and we're going to do that. You did that, and you could flip back to where we did that earlier, or you probably just remembered. First thing is to pick a setting. It doesn't matter what setting, but a setting to establish a distance. So I'm going to open mine up a little bit. Sometimes a larger setting makes this a little bit easier. So I'm going to just make an arc all the way across there. There you go. Now with that same setting, see, that's what it looks like now, right? There's my arc. With this same setting, I'm going to do it from this point. Okay, so here I go, up here, okay, now then, I think I better extend this just a little bit. I hope I almost got this too close to the edge of the paper, but I think we'll be all right. Now then, what I know is that at this distance from the vertex, I can measure how wide this angle is. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to come over here, I'm going to say, all right, at that distance, how far away is that angle? By gollies, I'm good. Look at that. That's how far that angle is. Okay, so what needs to happen now is that I have to come from this point and make a mark here. See that? See that point? So now then, if I have done this right, and if I've been careful with it, when I draw this line, I'm going to erase these. These are from our other construction, but they're kind of confusing things. But do you see, if you draw that line, this line is parallel to this line because, children, we have created congruent angles here and here. Again, how did I do that? I measured, I got an arc here and an arc here. Then I measured and I said, okay, this angle is that wide. So what I know is, coming off of this line, I need an angle that's that wide. And so I went boom, and that gave me this point right there. And then I drew the line from this point to this point, and it gives me parallel lines there. All right? Okay, moving on.